Hey everyone, welcome back to 996 The Howl. We are almost there, almost at the start of the regular season. Just one more preseason game Saturday night against the Avalanche, and then Tuesday night against the Blackhawks. It starts and it happens. Some preseason notes, they trimmed down the roster even more. The Roadrunners roster and the Roadrunners are in training camp right now, the same as Utah. Their training camp roster just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's enormous. Ratu got sent down, a top six winger forward for the Roadrunners. I do wonder if there's any exclusive Roadrunner fans that just watch these videos. I know it's a bit strange for some Arizona natives to cheer for the Roadrunners, but I do wonder if there's just, I don't want to talk about or listen to Utah, but for Roadrunners, I'll tune in. I do wonder about that. Kellerman should be the next man up on a call-up when there's injuries to the bottom six. He's a bottom six type NHLer. Just, doesn't really have that offensive flair or consistent juice to keep him on the NHL roster. Maximilian Zuber, tall defenseman. He'll be a top pairing for the Roadrunners, along with Lamoureux, another towering defenseman with a long reach. Really loved his camp with the Utah Hockey Club. A lot of coaches and managers have had great things to say about Maverick Lamoureux. And then Ben McCartney, do not sleep on him. At this point of the preseason, he led the Utah team in points. 4 points in about 3 or 4 games played. The fact that he got 4 points, a great preseason and training camp for McCartney. He was a 2027th rounder. He's been injured every season he's been with the Roadrunners. I expect big things from him for a 7th rounder. He should be that meat and potatoes, third line checking energy forward for the Roadrunners. McCartney, Koch, and Agazino, I believe they do have to pass through waivers to play for the Roadrunners. I don't expect any of them to be taken off waivers, but if McCartney gets taken off waivers, it would be unfortunate, but not the end of the world, to be honest. And then Barron and Connaughton, they cleared waivers a couple days ago. They're at Roadrunners training camp. And Onyebuchi, the third string goalie, and Dylan Wells, he's with the Runners, and Cameron Hebig as well. Big news over the week was Iginla being sent down to the WHL, the Kelowna Rockets, in his junior league. He played one preseason game. He was injured for the rookie face-off, injured to start training camp. They put him in for one game. He had 1 assist. For me, I thought maybe there would be a chance that he would dress up for the home opener, the first ever Utah game, because he's a first ever Utah draft pick. I thought that would be a nice touch, and then send him back down to juniors. But I do know, on the other hand, that we're not here for moral victories. We're here to win hockey games, and game 1 of 82 is just as important as game 82 of 82. So I understand the decision, but thought it'd create more hype. It would be not funny, but an interesting storyline to have the first ever draft pick suit up for the first ever game in Utah. And then notable players still in camp. We got Sam Lipkin, goaltender Matt Vialta. He's there just to give a rest to Vejmelka and Ingram. Bertuzzo looks like he's going to be hitting the roster opening night due to the injury to John Marino. We'll talk about injuries later. Yamamoto is still there. He had a great game, I believe, against the San Jose Sharks. Him and Keller and Hayden looked dominant. He got 2 points in that game. And Josh Stone, it's looking more and more he'll make the opening night roster like I imagine. But still, I put him on the board like last video. He is waivers exempt. So if they would have to make any roster moves, he'd be the safe one to send down because no one could steal him. Regarding injuries, Marino and Bukestad won't be available for the opening night game. They're listed as week to week and should be back by November 1st. So they're missing about 3.5 weeks of action. John Marino, a great defensive pickup Utah acquired in a trade over the summer. He is going to be missed because now guys like Bertuzzo, maybe Connaughton, maybe Kesselring plays a bit too much more than what he's capable of. So things on the defensive pairings will have to be changed due to his injury. Bukestad, I think we're safe. It's good that they have a lot of centermen in Kerfoot, Stedlin, and McBain. They could suffer one centerman being out for 3.5 weeks. And Schmaltz and Kerfoot missed a couple practices, but they will be ready for game 1 of 82 Tuesday night against the Blackhawks. I'll have season previews for Utah and the Roadrunners before Tuesday, and let's get it going. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, spread the word. And as always, thank you for your support.